Man. Here we go. Yo, what you doing here in Plainview, man?
I live here now. And it was either Wolfpack or Dynasty for Club League, and I didn't want to play with you. So I chose Wolfpack.
Yeah, so you want the scouts to see you playing on the losing team and see a star on that, okay.
I'm going to get the scouts to notice me by shooting every chance I get. I mean, if I play with you, you'll be yelling at me to make the extra pass.
That's right, because I want to win.
Okay, that's all you think the scouts care about?
Yeah, the scouts care if you can win, bro.
Okay, then you really are stupid, bro. Let me give you some game, man.
Here we go. All right.
Scouts only care if you got the skills that translate to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Point blank, end of story.
Well, you only prove that by winning.
No, you prove that by showing how you can help them win at the next level. All right, I'm cocky, but I'm not stupid, MP.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not a high flyer. I'm not a rim protector. So if I want to lead this broke down town, I have to prove I can shoot.
That makes sense, bro. Because you're small.
Man, you ain't got to be Wimby to shoot out the gym. But since you care so much, I'm going to give you that L you've been asking for.
Yeah,
right?
I bet.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
Bet.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Illinois Club League Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other. Defensively, you can't take your eyes off of him. He's lethal from several spots on the floor.
Now here's Hotkins. Back to MP. The three. And it's the Wolfpack with the rebound. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Wells. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher.
Quality look, but discouraging miss.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. That shot is usually automatic.
Outside, Timmerman to the middle. James, that's good.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. Tries to keep it alive. Wells, no good. Outside, Luan. MP outside. The three ball. The Dynasty with another miss. Timmerman with it. Picked up by Luan. Passes to Wells. The three. Buries it from three-point range.
An elite three-level shooter. Wells is someone you have to worry about beyond the arc.
From deep, it's MP. And it's rebounded by Zach Timmerman. And here's Stoffer. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a five-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Footwork within 10 feet. Scoring the basket on the move. Smoothly executed by Wells.
Here's MP. Knocks it again, the Dynasty.
He makes quick work of that opportunity. The defense needs to plug those holes.
Wells outside. Here's the three. Drops it in from long range.
He got hung up on a great screen and gave the shooter some wiggle room.
Yeah, for sure. If he sees any daylight at all, he's pulling the trigger.
From deep, it's MP. Connects it from downtown.
MP bringing the guts from deep.
The Wolfpack leading. And when Patrick Wells joined this team, he added some much-needed shooting that elevated this team to the next level.
Ding! Yeah, just like an elevator, Joe. Really dialing up the damage potential this team now has from deep.
Now here's MP. He's got 7, drills it from deep.
And that's the confidence that people love about MP. A complete lack of hesitation. That's an assertive play by the young man.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. And the Wolfpack, another 3.
That right there is a good shooter. Can't let him get clean looks.
Timmerman with it, now guarded by MP. Rejected by Michael Luan.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Luan can run, and he can jump, too. This guy can play defense all over the court.
Offensive board. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the stripe for one more.
They didn't hustle on the boards right there, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, not active enough, and they need to learn from this mistake or it will keep happening.
And with the high school season now in the rearview mirror, for many of these players, they are solely focused on club play.
And winning on the club circuit is their only goal as of now. I'd expect that to mean the games are going to be a little bit more chippy because of that.
Now here's MP. 10 points for him. And that's good for Junior.
Work hard on the offensive glass. Good things happen.
Now it's Carter outside. Pass to Timmerman. And it's Junior with the rebound. The Dynasty trailing. The drive by MP. And that one drops for him.
MP with a head of steam. He has so many tools in his arsenal.
Now Carter. To the paint. And it's stolen by Zadirko. And even 3-on-3 break. From deep, it's MP. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts. Shooting 50% with that bucket. MP has been something else this first half. Well on his way to a huge game. And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Just 2 to shoot. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. Goes up on the wing. That's good on the jumper.
And look, this is something that scouts notice on a play like that. MP is willing to attack at all 3 levels of the game, including the mid-range.
Now it's Carter outside to end the run. MP grabs the miss.
He fired with confidence from deep. Just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, but you love that shooter's attitude. Shoot it when you can.
Another 3 for the Dynasty. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. So both teams making some changes here.
Michael Luan, Danny Cobb.
The Wolfpack trail.
Dynasty coach Duncan Carter has worked to impart a sense of focus in this ongoing rivalry. The rivalry of these teams is well documented, and he wants his club to continue their winning ways.
Yeah, Danny, he knows that the way the games have swung between these two sides is a dynamic rivalry. He would like the Dynasty to play at a heightened intensity for this one. Now here's Junior. Pass over to Dillard. Over Cordova. It's hauled in by Fresh.
He just flat out missed it. And this is a shot he can make.
Dynasty call time here. Wolfpack making a change here.
MP. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
And that one misses.
Well, Brett Hawkins' raw athletic ability is very impressive. With some refinement in practice, he could become an even more valuable part of the Dynasty's roster.
And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight. Well, halftime not too far away, and MP and Wells have both had their moments.
And the talent gap between these two doesn't look that big, if there's even a gap at all.
The Wolfpack again can't hit it.
You could see it in his eyes. He wanted to return the favor with that brace, but hey, just couldn't get it to go.
Everybody knows MP has the ability to score all day long. And look, that's why his coaches and scouts don't want him to defer as much as he does.
Now here's Stauffer. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. It's good for bucket number 9. He's taken 14 attempts. Wells is cooking this first half. Great scoring output from him. From deep, it's MP. Another 3 for the Dynasty.
He's having a terrific game from downtown, burying just about everything.
You can feel the confidence he has in his three-point shot at this point.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going on here. Dynasty out front, up 5. And we'll be back in just a moment. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. The Dynasty with the lead, and in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
MP on the left side. To the inside. Basket counts.
Sudirko doubles down there on the interior for some hard-earned points.
And so here it's the Wolfpack. Wells outside. Sinks the tray.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but someone is going to get an earful from Coach for leaving him that wide open.
Passes to MP. Fires for 3. And it's Timmerman with the board. Now Stauffer. Robinson. Here's Timmerman. Luan covering. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's Timmerman. He's guarded tight. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
James.
What a gutsy play. He muscles his way to the rebound and pounds home the putback.
The battle on the boards could go a long way towards deciding this one.
And if the play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. Wells outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, yeah, Patrick Wells is on a heater. The defense got to try something different to slow him down.
And the Dynasty make a change here. MP up top, guarded by Wells. MP with the bucket.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Michael Stauffer for 3. The Dynasty grab the miss. Here's MP. Stauffer grabs the board. And the Wolfpack with possession. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Timmerman. Robinson with it. James with the ball. Davidson defends. James, that's good.
You don't see that one too often. The fadeaway jumper when he's wide open.
Lets it go from the wing. And he drops that one in.
You can tell MP has put a lot of work into his motion. Practice makes perfect, and he's refined it. Good habits on the court.
Wells, no good.
And we're here in the gym in the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Fires from 14. Brett Hawkins grabs the miss. Here's MP. Accurate with a jumper from the elbow.
You believe he scored more than half the points? That's a major contribution right there.
The Wolfpack trail. Now a timeout called by the Wolfpack.
Well, he just wants to get everyone in sync.
I like the timeout here. Get everyone together, make any necessary adjustments.
So it's both teams making a change here.
Substitution for the Wolfpack.
On defense, the Dynasty to the right side. And Eric Dillard picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
And the Wolfpack have possession. Timmerman, now covered by MP. Pass to Timmerman. That's good. And Deshaun Carter with the assist. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
To the left side. Back to Carter. Now Cordova. Timmerman, now covered by MP. Outside, it's Johnson. 6 to shoot. Back to Cordova. Kicks it to Johnson. And here's Zach Timmerman outside. The Dynasty grab the miss. From deep, it's MP. Not gonna go that time. Timmerman with it. And Cobb picks him up defensively. Here's Cordova. Back to Timmerman. Now here's Johnson. Fresh. Davidson defends. Outside, it's Johnson. Pass to Cordova. Carter. Over Dillard. Cobb with the board. And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bate. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
Now here's Timmerman. Carter, right side. There's the three. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Dynasty with the ball. They're leading by 8. And here's MP on the outside. The shot's good. Dillard making the play there.
Oh, sticking it from the corner. Good to see MP nailing those kind of shots.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future. That's just a high-quality shot. Coach will always appreciate that. Well, all game long, we've seen the passion that these teams have played with. No let-up, no quit from anyone on the roster.
Yeah, passion is definitely one way to say it. Nothing that we can repeat on air, but it certainly seems beyond a little friendly ribbon.
Pass to Fresh. Timmerman, now covered by MP. Timmerman with it. MP's there. And Timmerman gets it to go.
There's no doubt about it. Inside the paint, Timmerman can be undersized, but his agility and slipperiness helps him getting it done.
Takes one from 10 feet. Rebounded by the Wolfpack. Now it's Carter outside. Kicks it out to Cordova. Inside. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
The man just makes plays. That pass is on point.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Dave Zadirko. Eric Fisher.
The Dynasty leading. MP outside. That three off the mark. Outside Stauffer. Robinson. Here's Wells. Takes a three. The three-pointer goes. No. Doubt about it. Wells has been lights out with his scoring here tonight, hitting the 30-point mark. Here's MP. Hits the front of the rim and in. And the Wolfpack with possession. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Timeout called by the Dynasty. Down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Hey, the high basketball IQ of Stauffer sensing when they needed a bucket.
And it's the Dynasty with the ball. It's a 5-point game. From deep, it's MP. And Robinson pulls it down. And the Wolfpack with possession. Swings it to Stauffer. Robinson. Zadirko covering. And Patrick Wells outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Building the drama. Wells with the timely score. Do you feel the game shifting right in front of us, guys?
On the wing, Brett Hopkins. Luan. Back to MP. Three-pointer. Trifecta.
Oh, my goodness. MP coming through in a big-time moment.
Now a timeout called by Wolfpack. Now here's Stauffer. Hawkins covering. Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. No good. They could more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession, though.
First personal foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Patrick Wells. First personal foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Patrick Wells. Second personal foul.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Patrick Wells. Third personal foul. At the line for the Dynasty. Taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw misses for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
A great part of MP's approach is that even with all the scouting attention, he hasn't shied away from drawing contact or being physical, and he continues to focus on doing the work week in, week out.
He gets the first, and that'll increase their lead to 6. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line is no good.
Time running low here.
Must score quickly and then probably foul him. He is a gritty player, guys. Even giving away some inches, he can still win the rebound battle.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And the Wolfpack have possession, and the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul.
Takes the 3. Stauffer misses. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12.
Please take care to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next event.
And off the tip, it's the Wolfpack.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
Pass over to Robinson. Over Zadirko. Robinson's shot is off.
Completely unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. Could have been an easy jumper.
And here's Hotkins. Fisher. From deep, it's MP. And Robinson pulls it down. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Zach Timmerman.
Passes to MP. Luan. Timmerman defending. And Luan gets it to go.
And Juan finishes it inside, not letting the defense alter a shot. Nice execution.
Outside Stauffer. Inside. Here's Wells. That falls. Nice feed that time from Michael Stauffer. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And MP gets it to go.
Catch and shoot, it's a perfect situation for MP. He puts in so many reps that his muscle memory is exceptional for this level of basketball.
Now Wells. Robinson sets the screen. From the arc. Patrick Wells, and that's good.
Using his unpredictability to his own advantage, a tough cover for any defense.
MP outside. To the paint. Soft touch off the glass and in.
Well, MP knows he can score in close when he needs to, and right there he did just that.
And when Patrick Wells joined this team, he added some much-needed shooting that elevated this team to the next level.
Ding! Yeah, just like an elevator jump. Really dialing up the damage potential this team now has from deep.
From 15 feet out. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Wells with it, now guarded by MP. Swings it to Stauffer. Robinson. And now Wells. There's the triple. Now Stauffer. Wells, now covered by MP. Great look, but that one's off the mark.
That's a smart shot by the offense, even if it didn't go.
Yeah, he shouldn't hesitate to take it again.
And the center, Zadirko, is a threat inside. You can't allow him to get this deep.
The Wolfpack trailing here. Wells outside. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Now Wells. He's got 5. Knocks it down from distance.
Saying, right back at you. Patrick Wells is always game for a back-and-forth shooting battle.
Pass to Luan. MP. Hotkins. Defended by Stauffer. MP, no good. And the Wolfpack with possession. Trailing by 2. And then Michael Stauffer with the dunk.
Drake, I know you want to be just like Mike. Michael Stauffer jams it home for the Wolfpack. The Dynasty need to tighten it up inside.
Here's Fisher. So the whistle blows on the shot. 2 free throws for the contact there. That one on James. First free throw is good.
And you look at the Dynasty, MP has led the charge all season long. He's been a huge factor for them.
Without a doubt, he has rejuvenated the team this season. A standout for the Dynasty as soon as he joined.
Guys, an interesting story here with Eric Fisher. He's taken a large role at the Fisher family farm, helping the landscape. He's growing soybeans here in Plainview. A physically demanding production, and he's added a lot of muscle this year as a result.
Johnson misses. From deep, it's MP. The Dynasty with another miss. And so here it's the Wolfpack. Here's Carter. He wills that one in, right in off the back iron.
Hey, look, that's just Carter getting to his spot, finding an open lane, and making the defense pay.
Passes to MP. Now Davidson, defended by Fresh, and Davidson gets it to go.
And he used his strength to muscle into the post without much fight from the deep.
They need to do a better job next time and muscle up on it.
And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
And the layup's good off the glass.
And he's been doing a great job of setting his team up for scores.
If I see the ball in his hands, I'm doing everything I can to get open right now, because you know he'll find you.
Out to the left wing. On the wing, Dalton Andrews. Fires from deep. The Dynasty grab the miss. Shoots the three. And MP with the three.
What a beauty. Good to see MP cashing it in from deep. The scouts want to see that he has that kind of outside range.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Andrews down low. Covered by Junior. From 13, the shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
I mean, Carter's going to make that shot every time. He made that mid-ranger look elementary.
And the Dynasty call time here. The Wolfpack.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Substitution for the Dynasty. Ricky Davidson. MP.
A basket here. Gets them back in front.
And it's been a pretty long time coming, too.
It's good.
Wells somehow came away with a bucket with the defense right in his face.
Well, halftime not too far away, and MP and Wells have both had their moments.
And the talent gap between these two doesn't look that big, if there's even a gap at all.
And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
For 3. Stauffer grabs the board. The Wolfpack with the ball. Got it. Good job right there in the low post.
They make Stauffer battle for it inside, but the Wolfpack small forward is up to the task.
From deep, it's MP. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's now 6 for 11. MP has been something else this first half, well on his way to a huge game. Wells shot's good. Wells is cooking this first half. Great scoring output from him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Wolfpack ahead. They're up by 1. Don't move a muscle. We'll be back right after this. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Now here's Stauffer. Passes to Wells. 3-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Michael Stauffer.
This is the kind of game you love to see, with the lead going back and forth.
And neither of these schools is going to give an inch. Maybe a battle right down to the end.
Here's Stauffer. And the shot falls.
I like the confidence by Stauffer. When he's close to the rim, he looks to score whenever possible.
From deep, it's MP. And the Dynasty another 3.
D's got to do a little better. That's a high percentage shot if they don't get right in his face. You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. Now here's MP. 22 points for him. From outside the arc. Wells, no good.
He couldn't capitalize on the poor coverage, and the defense has to feel a little bit lucky that he missed.
He's got to give that shot another chance.
It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight. Now Wells. He's got 18. Lets it go from deep. Patrick Wells misses another. The Dynasty with the lead. And here's MP on the outside. Fires in the triple. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Outside Stauffer. Shoots over Hopkins. The Wolfpack again can't hit it.
And we're here in the gym in the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair.
Eric Fisher, 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits them both. Here's Wells. Time called as the Wolfpack decided to talk things over.
Trying to stop the bleeding.
No choice but to call the timeout. This is part of a strategy. It's part wake-up call, too.
Dynasty on D. 7-point game, their biggest lead of the game. Outside Stauffer. Pass to Timmerman. Will it go? And Hopkins pulls it down.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Now Wells. He's got 18. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
With Wells, confidence breeds confidence. When he gets hot, he stays aggressive and keeps going to the rim. If I'm on his team, I keep feeding him the ball right now.
And here's MP on the outside. Good, and the assist goes to Eric Fisher. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. Outside Stauffer. Passes to Wells. Misses the 3. Here's the Dynasty. It's a 9-point game. Hopkins with it. Out to Dillard. MP. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Patrick Wells on the wing. And again, the Wolfpack with the triple.
A known entity, Patrick Wells has been capable of catch and shooting many teams right out of the gym.
Back to MP. Puts up a 3. And it's the Wolfpack with the rebound. Outside Stauffer. Pass to Timmerman. Wells. And it's out of bounds. Wolfpack to retain possession.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Jason Jr. Danny Cobb. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Over to the left wing. Now here's Erickson. Now Johnson. To the left wing. Out to Erickson. 4 on the clock. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. Outside Cobb. MP defended by Carter. Chalk up 2 right there.
What with MP is he's looking forward. Tonight is key for his development. His coaches want him to be a bit more selfish and dominate with the scoring.
Outside Erickson. To the middle. Pass to Cordova. Erickson. From deep. Cobb with the board. And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
Now here's Carter. The shot from the low post is good.
Attacking right at the rim and finding very little resistance.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
Carter is great at putting the defense in difficult situations where they have to foul. Smart play there.
First team foul. At the line for the Wolfpack, Deshaun Carter.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both attempts.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
For the Dynasty, Eric Fisher.
The Wolfpack trailing here. Pass to Cordova. And here's Levesque. Here's Johnson. Fresh. Zadirko covering. And Dave Zadirko with the block. Here's MP. And it's the Wolfpack with the rebound. Outside Levesque. Kicks it to Johnson. Cordova. Here's Fresh. Zadirko covering. Outside Levesque. Fresh, the screen. Launches a three. That shot is off.
Well, all game long, we've seen the passion that these teams have played with. No let up, no quit from anyone on the roster.
Yeah, passion is definitely one way to say it. Nothing that we can repeat on air, but it certainly seems beyond a little friendly ribbon.
Time called as the Wolfpack decide to talk things over. MP really making a difference out here.
Well, they have done a dangerous thing. They've allowed him to get into a rhythm.
Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Now Wells. Now covered by MP. Now Wells. 4-3. It's hauled in by Eric Fisher.
He can do that, just couldn't connect this time.
Too much daylight for a shooter of his caliber.
MP with the bucket.
Oh, MP, you just can't let him get loose in the mid-range because he can do damage from there.
Now Wells. Lays it up and banks it in.
If they think that that kind of defense is going to get it done against him, they are sorely mistaken.
Fisher. James covering. And it's Fisher missing. And the Wolfpack with possession. They trail by 9. Outside James. Timmerman. And Patrick Wells outside. The rebound by Dave Zadirko. Passes to MP. Beautiful dime for the lay-in.
Focused finish by young MP. He's such a cool customer.
Wells outside. Now here's Robinson. The rebound by Luan. Shoots from 12. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
That's what you want from MP. Nice to see him being aggressive and looking for his own shot.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells. It's hauled in by the Dynasty. Right wing. MP, guarded by Wells. MP with the bucket.
Hey, might as well attack a few more points on in the lead, I suppose. This is going to be a dominant win for them.
Yeah, dominant is the word for it. This one was as one-sided as they get.
Now Wells. Fires the three. Knocks down the triple.
Utilizing the pick and roll, Wells retains possession and snags a basket there.
And here's MP on the outside. Sinks it from distance.
This run has really put them in the perfect position.
And with no signs of slowing, they aim to keep expanding that lead.
Outside Stauffer. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And they can take some time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Give themselves a little bit of a break.
And it's MP missing. Now here's Timmerman. Luan covering. Lets the floater go. And the layup is good by Wells. No doubt about it. Wells has been lights out with his scoring here tonight, hitting the 30-point mark. And stolen by Patrick Wells.
2 points, Patrick Wells.
From deep, it's MP. Good, and the assist goes to Eric Fisher. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season. And now...
Oh, man, you mind if I talk to him real quick? I apologize. Hey, look, I know we butt heads over the years, but we go to the same school now.
Oh, are you thick in the head or something? I don't like you, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be your best.